Hey everybody, it's Tom Hankins here, B&M Pro staff member and Brush Pile Fishing Pro staff member. I want to talk to you a little bit about lake breakdown. People want to know, how do you go to a new body of water and how can you find fish so fast? Okay, well it's not always easy, but here I'm going to give you little tips and tricks on what I do before I ever get to the body of water. Okay, first things first, is there a paper map available? I get online and I looked at the hotspots maps. Them are actually really good maps. So they have all the contours and stuff, but there's a few more things they show. They show the boat ramps, the public boat launches. And that's important. When we go to a body of water, we need to know where can we get on this lake at. Okay? I use Google Earth. Google Earth will also show you where these boat ramps are. So, and there's a lot of valuable information on them boat ramps. If you do timelines and you check different years, and if you all of a sudden you see a full parking lot at a boat launch and it's that magical time of year to catch crappies, chances are those are crappie fishermen. Okay, so pay attention to that. That'll really help you decide on what part of the lake to start fishing on. I'm not saying move in on people's stuff, because that's not how I do it. But let's take a look at this paper map. I've got Table Rock laid out here, so let's do that real quick. All right, as you can see, here's my hot spots map of Table Rock, the west section. What I use these for is I get on Google Earth and I zoom in and I take my time and I look at every part of this lake. Okay, I found spots with trees, standing trees, which there are a lot of spots on this lake that has that, but there were some that kind of interested me. Another thing that I do with this is I put down there exactly how far is this boat ramp from where we're standing. I put 50 minutes. This ramp here, which doesn't show up on this map, but I found it on Google Earth. There's a map right there, or a ramp, I'm sorry, that was a 1 hour drive. Why do I do that? Well, I need to know what time to get up in the morning and get to the ramp, so I'm right there at the first light, because practice time is so important. As you can see, this is a big body of water. This lake map is very, very deceiving, okay, as most of them are. From point A to point B, it don't look that far. There are several miles there, okay? What I do with Google Earth then, Google Earth allows you, when you're on a computer, to lay a path. So I can measure how far it is to the mouth of like this cove, and then come up to the mouth of that one, and I'll just keep working all the way down, and I take notes, and I've got them on a separate notepad on how far it is to get here, how far it is to get to here. I do that for one main reason, is how much fuel is it going to take to get there. You know, if there's not any marinas here to fill up with, we need to know, can we make it there? Can we make it back? So another nice feature about this mapping, you can see all the contours. It's a very, very deep lake. So this helps me remotely decide about where I want to fish at. Okay? So that's how I break down the lake map with the paper map, okay? I can travel around with this, you know, when I'm off to work in a hotel room, stuff like that. I'll take this map with me and I will dissect it, every inch of it, okay? Next, I like to use the Lake Master maps, so let's move on over there and check that out. Okay, what we have here is Brookville Lake here in Indiana. I chose this for the Lake Master maps because it has a ton of contours on it. All right, so first thing and most important thing is Find you a spot on the lake after you launch. Get to it. Like right here, it says it's what, 9 foot deep right here on this hump. So what I'll do is I'll get over the top of that hump, and if let's say it's only 5 foot deep, I'm going to take and select this water level, and I'm going to drop it down. There. And go back up one more. Now it's 5 foot deep. Okay, now I've got my map set. That's by far the most important. First off, it's safer this way. So now as you're ripping up and down the lake, you don't run into a real shallow spot. Now once I establish where I want to fish, I'm going to look at different places to fish. Every lake's different, you know. So once I figure out what these fish like, let's say these fish they're up in, you know, that 5 foot of water, but they need deep water next to it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go in here. I'm going to go to my shallow water, and I'm going to turn that up to 5 foot. Now all that red is 5 foot or less. Now I'm going to go to the deeper water, and bang, now I've got the deeper water. I've got 20 foot next to 5 foot. Okay, very, very important to set your lake maps up like this if you've got this technology. So as you can see, we've got several places here we can fish. Okay, we covered a few items here. We covered the paper map, we covered Google Earth, and we covered the LakeMaster. Okay, them are the 3 things that I'm going to do before I ever get to the body of water. Now when I get to the body of the water, I'm going to take a few things into consideration. Time of year, water temperature, okay, recent conditions. Did we just have a bunch of rain? If we just had a bunch of rain and the upper end of the lake where the streams are feeding into the lake, if it's all muddied up, I'm going to waste my time if I spend a lot of time in that area trying to learn what these fish are doing. Okay, so if you're just going out fun fishing, try to avoid that stuff. But with me being a tournament angler, I am going to dig in. Okay, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to look, because now we have live imaging on our boats, so we can see the fish. That's a huge advantage. Okay, just got done talking about the paper maps and the LakeMaster maps. Talked about the breakdown of the water when I get to the lake. Another thing, okay, there's a new app out there. Let's make sure we get out there. It's free. Get this app. It's a brush pile fishing app. Okay, this app, they're working on it. They're making it better and better every day. We've got all brush pile fishing shows right here on our device. You can download this app on your phone. You can get it on your smart TV. You can watch all the shows free of charge. Another app that I use a lot is Navionics boating app. Okay, this app is very nice. You can mark stuff. It'll show you where you are on the lake. Let me find Brookville Lake. It's right there. So I'll zoom in here. I know you probably can't see that, but as you can see, it's got stuff marked on there. Foundations. They got people's fishing hot spots that they've marked for us to share. So this app's like $9 or $19 a year or whatever. There's a lot of good information here. You pay this one time and you've got more lakes on here than you'll ever fish in a lifetime. So I hope I helped somebody. If you like what you see, please subscribe if you haven't already. If you don't like what you see, find me on Facebook, Thomas Hankins. Friend request me, send me a message, give me some ideas. I want to help everybody I can. Thank you. Have a great day.